There is salt, and there is light. Two things a man understands without being told. You put salt on a wound and it burns. You put it on food and it gives life. You hold a candle in a dark room, and the dark does not fight back. It simply goes. Jesus knew about simple things. He was a carpenter before he was anything else. He understood wood. He understood how a thing either holds or it doesn't. How a joint is true or it isn't. There is no almost in a joint. There is no close enough in a beam that has to bear weight. He said you were the salt of the earth. Not you could be. Not you might become, if you try hard and attend the right meetings. You are, present tense, declarative, the way a man says the sky is blue or the sea is cold. It is a fact stated plainly to people who are not remarkable by the world's accounting. Fishermen, tacksmen, women who had made bad choices. People who knew what it was to be tired. He did not say you were the gold of the earth, or the silk, or the fine wine stored in the cool cellar of the rich man. He said salt, the thing that kept meat from rotting on a hot day, the thing that made the difference between a family eating and a family going hungry. Salt was not glamorous. Salt was necessary, valuable. There's a difference, and it matters. I've been in places where nothing was preserved, where things rotted fast, relationships, purpose, truth, where a man's word meant nothing by Thursday than it had meant on Monday. Those places had no salt in them. You could feel it, the way you feel humidity before a storm. Something was going wrong, and going wrong quietly, and no one was stopping it. That is what happens when the salt loses its saltiness. Jesus asked what you do with it then. The answer was nothing. You throw it out. It has lost the one thing it was. So man has to ask himself, am I still sharp? Do I still sting a little when I should? Do I still preserve what needs preserving? Honesty, kindness, clean conscience, the truth spoken even when it costs something. And the light. He said you do not light a lamp and put it under a bowl. This is obvious. A child knows this. And yet, how many men have taken the one true thing in them and covered it over with fear, with the opinion of people who will not matter in 10 years, with the soft comfort of going along. A city on a hill cannot be hidden. He said this too. Not shouldn't be hidden. Cannot. As if the light, once real, finds its way out regardless. As if you cannot fully smother a true thing. I have seen men try. I have been one of them some years. Putting the bowl down carefully over the flame, thinking it would still be there when I lifted it. Sometimes it was. Sometimes it had gone out, and I had to start it again. And starting again is harder than it sounds, but it is not impossible. Nothing true is impossible. So let your light shine. Not to be seen, not for the applause of the crowd, or the count of followers, or the approval of men who are themselves afraid, but so that people see the good and give glory to the Father. That is the purpose. Clean and plain as a good sentence. No extra words. Salt and light. Two old things, simpler than we make them. Be both.